That was so good. Thank you so much, Michael. Yes, Lord, you are so, so good. Wow. I'm sorry, I was touched in a beautiful way. God is so wonderful. So, hello, everyone. Good evening. So who has something wonderful you want to share about what God's doing in your life, or a testimony and signs and wonders that follow each one of us? Yay. All right. Awesome. Come on up, Jake. Hey.
You hold it or I hold it? I'll hold it. I shared this on Tuesday night, but not all of you were there, so I want to share it with everybody. As you know, I have a great job, and I had a great boss. He was a really nice guy, but we didn't necessarily work well together because the things that he needed done weren't necessarily things that I could do, and I kind of felt in a challenging position there since last November, right? Well, I got news Monday of this week that I'm getting a brand new boss, and the guy who's my boss is he's an expert in the space that I'm in, and so he's been doing that for a while. So I'm really looking forward to working with a group of people who have a clear vision, and I can actually help accomplish the tasks that they have in store. So we've been praying for this for a while. So those of you who've been praying for this with me get to share in the joy.
Yes. Woo, that's so good. Thank you so much. Yes, Lord. Thank you. Oh, okay, sure. Yay. Scoot on over.
Yes, so I had this happen just the other day, and it was so fun. I had a customer that I originally was helping them out, and they were kind of frustrated because I wasn't able to give them what they were looking for, and kind of help them out in that way. And so they were pretty upset about it. And so they went out to their car, and I just thought, okay, this is kind of what it is. Move on with life. And so it wasn't no sweat off of me. But then as she was at the car, she came back in. And I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. And so she came in, and she's like, I locked my phone in my car, and my keys battery just died. Can I use your store phone to call my husband? And I was like, okay, yeah, absolutely. So got that for her, and was like really sweet and kind to her. And in that moment, I was just thinking, like, you know what, this is a really good opportunity just to be kind in a place where, like, I was able, you know, in that sense, I wasn't able to give her what she wanted originally, and so she was upset. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to take this instance. I'm going to show her that, you know, God's still kind, and that this is like kindness response when we give like something that isn't like maybe glorified or exciting, that God responds in kindness and love to us. And so I was like, I want to take this as an opportunity to get to do that. So I was like really sweet with her and kind, and then was able to actually research to find out a way to get her battery to work. And so I was able to get that and to go. So she went to the CVS across the street, was able to get the battery, and when she came back to her car, she was able to get in her car and get started and just drove off. But for me, I was so excited. I was like, that's how it is. Like, you know, you thought that your day was ruined, but God responds in kindness. He just blesses you anyway. And I'm like, for me, I was just so excited because I was like, I got to do that. I was like, yes, Jesus, so good. So it was really awesome. And it was just so fun to see that.
Wow, that is so great. Thank you so much, Michael. Wow. Melissa.
Hi. So this morning I had a doctor visit with Olivia, and for those of you that don't know, she recently had a little surgical procedure. She had to get a mole removed to prevent further cancer in the future, and it was surgically removed, and there's a scar right there, and the hair is missing. Well, she got another spot right here, and they said they need to see her right away because they wanted to see if it was the same, if they were going to have to move it. So that means she would have had to get this one cut out right here, and that bald spot is pretty big, and she was upset. So I was declaring and praying, and I just said to her, I was like, Liv, I know that you are going to be fine, and we're not going to have to worry. But I had a pit in my stomach while I was declaring it, but I was believing because God is our healer. And we got there, and Dr. Toomey checked it, and he was like, oh no, that's nothing of concern. I was like, yes, thank you, Lord. I was like, I prayed that. He goes, okay, very good.
So good. Thank you, Lord. Does anyone else have something to share? Oh, yes. Yay. Yay, Amanda.
All right, so let's see. On Sunday, right? Yeah. We need to go find basketball shoes for Amanda. And the night before, we had prayed while I was putting her to bed. I just said, oh, Lord, would you just let it be that the first store that we walk into, we would find great basketball shoes, great price. because we don't like to shop, and so that would just be a blessing to us, Lord. So anyway, we go to the mall on Sunday, and we go into the first place, and there's great basketball shoes, and they fit her, and a great price, like better than the whole mall. But, and this goes with what Marcus was preaching on Sunday about the new wineskin and the new thought processes and the Lord speeding up things. So anyway, out of my mouth comes my old mindset, and I say, oh, these are great. So let's keep this in mind, and we're going to go to look at all the other stores and see if there's anything better than what we find here, not even thinking about the fact that we had prayed the night before. So anyway, we traipsed around the whole mall. We're there for 2 hours, and we're going back to the store, and out of my mouth I say, oh, let's go back to the first place. And as I'm saying it, I realize what had happened. The Lord had answered the prayer at the very beginning, but I hadn't yet recognized it. So we were just so thankful, number one, that the Lord answered the prayer, and I'm so thankful that, number two, the Lord brings up all these opportunities to show me, oh, Sandy, I'm doing a new thing. Get out of the old and into the new. So anyway, we're just praising the Lord. Thanks, Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes, you were so brave. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to hand it back to Sandy.